for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Hart is out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Greg, as we near the end of the regular season, some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and the lottery teams sometimes ready to call it a day.
Well, a lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games do count.
And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And this is Lillard at his best, sending up a confident shot from the arc like he just knows it's good.
Here's Jackson. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Hart kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson finds Leonard. They need this. No good. Shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
Now Jackson. After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Three-pointer, Lillard drills it from outside. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Jackson. Dishes to George. Outside for Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Here's Lillard. 12 points for him. And another 3 for Portland.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 10. George passes to Zubats, and he converts the layup.
Don't you love the awareness that Paul George brings to the table on a night-by-night basis? How about that pass?
Lillard scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. The long distance 3 is buried. 18 points for him.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Zubats. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Check out the vision from Jackson. Doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Lillard with the bucket.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Clippers trail by 12. Outside, George. Clippers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now Lillard. He's got 21. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. The pass to Jackson. Here's Zubac. He dishes it to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Tips it up. Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard outside. Knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got 24 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Jackson misses. Trailblazers have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Three-pointer, Lillard doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
That three off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Offensive rebound. And Portland with the ball. 11-point game. Three-pointer. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Trailblazers leading by 12. The three. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Leonard. George trying to break free. And Leonard gets it to go.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And it's Lillard missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lets it go with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 33.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame in that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And George, here we go.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Lillard from outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 36.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, Portland, they're 5 spots away.
And when you look at Portland, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having a
good. Another from 3.
And, of course, it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. And the Clippers call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Robert Covington's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Powell, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Mann subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Passes it to Covington. Here's Mann, covered by Lillard. Fires the three. The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazers leading by 17. And that one's good, Lillard.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Shot to stop the run, and it's off the back rim, no good. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's 150. Connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate his greatness.
Well, he's been nothing less than great. 3-pointers at a historic level.
Almost unfathomable what we've seen in this arena tonight. This guy from range has been unbelievable.
Lillard from outside. And got it! Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to George. Here's Mann. Pass to Powell. Outside for George. Here's Mann. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 23. Lillard outside. Shoots the three. Batum grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Mann, covered by Lillard. Here's Mann. The shot comes out. And so here's Portland. Over to the wing. Lillard from outside. That one doesn't go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Powell, the pass to George. Pulls it up. Los Angeles with another miss. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Trailblazers out in front, running away with this one. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard winning the 2020 Magic Johnson.
Being recognized for giving your time.
Well, Lillard is well-deserving and well-liked, certainly. Some of the most open and thoughtful answers you'll hear.
Comfortable with a microphone, whether it's a press conference or a recording studio. He's got quotes and bars.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Paul George, Robert Covington out there with Batum. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Mann in at the corner.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Lillard from deep three-point land misses the three.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
The Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 5 assists in the game. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Johnson, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Coffey's checked in. And the pass to Powell. Six on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Damian Lillard.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Ellaby's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Now here's Powell. 17 points for him last game against New Orleans. Here's Mann. Over McLemore. Mann can't hit. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Powell, the pass to Mann. Portland grabs the miss.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And he's able to get it back. To the right side. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebounded by Covington. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Powell, the pass to Mann. Here's Coffey. He's guarded by Johnson. Outside, Covington. Here's Mann. Kicks to Powell. To the paint. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Little with the ball. Covington's there. And here's Johnson outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. Johnson's got 9 points in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Norman Powell.
Well, you think about a guy like Norman Powell, who was really in the second round drafted because of elite athleticism and his defensive ability. But boy, has he turned himself into a scorer.
And no question for Powell. It seems like better shot selection has led to better efficiency.
Yeah, I agree. That and the consistency from range. This guy can rise up under pressure and hit the jumper. And if you crowd him, he's going to put it on the deck and use that speed to go by you.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like...
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Simons, it's blocked.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots, that's pretty.
And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers on D. And here's Jackson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And another for Jackson. A streaky score, but when he gets hot, watch out.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Passes it to Leonard. A steal. And now Portland on the break. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Count that one.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. The shot's good from Simons. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Simons, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, easy call.
In Portland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Pass to Kennard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Kennard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. His first shot coming late, and the bank shot is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's Jackson with the 3. No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way. To the wing right side. Pass to Watford. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
You think a bump is going to stop Nurkic? We're talking about a guy who has come back from major injuries. A resolute attitude.
Here's Kennard. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. And it's 6 points for Marcus Morris.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Trailblazers shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Here's Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Leonard. Lets it go from 14. Off the left rim and out. And Portland with the ball. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Offline with his 3. Kennard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Hart the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Leonard kicks to Kennard. Back to Leonard. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kennard on the wing. Shoots from 12. Zubac. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Out to the wing. Hart the pass to Nurkic. Back to Hart. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Johnson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. And again, no good by the Clippers. And for Portland, they're shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Lillard outside. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Outside Leonard. Good on the 13-footer. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard, doing work in the mid-range.